All right, we're live. And it's Monday morning, which only means one thing, Marina. So as I check the group to make sure we're live, we're going to be doing something like fast pace, hard drive, like real direct. Let's rock and roll. We're on the N of your DEPNO system, D for direct mail, E for email marketing, F for free marketing, and now we're on N for networking. Take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ian, again, and welcome to Marketing Mondays with Marina. We are going through the DEPNO's framework. Last week, I gave you some major golden nuggets for free marketing. If you have not seen that, by all means, go watch that, okay? It was, when I tell you, it's one of my, I call it the ask marketing method. I go over, how to ask for exactly what you want and you shall receive ultimately. But today, I'm going to go over networking. So, networking can honestly be a part of my free campaign, right? Part of the free category. But it is so big that it deserves its own category. After 18 years in this business, I realized that number one, the best real estate investors are the best marketers who are the best networkers. In fact, the reason I gave networking its own category is because from all of the marketing campaigns, this is the number one, what I like to call money-making activity in your marketing department. You've heard it and you've heard it before. Your network is your net worth. And that is the reality of the situation. I can tell you, hey, show me your network in this business. And I can tell you exactly where that investor is going, has been, and, is, how connected they are and how successful they'll ultimately be just by networking and getting out there. And again, what is the definition of marketing? Presenting your services in such a way where, investors, sellers, buyers, contractors are eager to work with you, right? So that's what networking is. You're presenting yourself in a way you're being seen, heard, and, getting out there to market your real estate investing business. Remember, the definition of marketing. Again, another training I did is just Marketing 101 here on Marketing Mondays with Marina. It's, it's you have to get out there and present, you're not a real estate investor, right? You're marketing your real estate investment business. The top successful real estate investors actually probably don't even identify as real estate investors. They identify more as marketers because they know that marketing their real estate investment business is the most important, their number one job, okay? Because if nobody knows that you exist, you're not going to be doing deals. You're not going to be making money. And remember, the marketing is the money side of your business. Remember the domino effect that I talked to you about? It's basically the first domino that falls is your lead generation domino in this business, right? Then it falls, then the effect starts to happen. Acquisitions, you analyze the deals, determine the exit strategies, fund whatever exit strategy that you're doing, rehab, wholesale, do the exit strategy, right? And ultimately sell or hold your property. So ultimately, that domino, that lead generation marketing domino ultimately falls all the way to the profit, the money. So actually, as great as marketing is as an expense, it's actually an investment. Your profit is a direct correlation to your what you were doing to generate leads. And a big part of that was networking. A lot of real estate investors I know don't spend any money on marketing. They just go and network. So what I'm going to go over today are 3 to 4 key networking strategies to get your phone ringing with motivated sellers right away. One of the number one networking marketing strategies is simply contacting wholesalers. What kind of wholesalers are you looking for? Other investors who want to wholesale properties that they find. And one of my number one tips I'm going to give you is find wholesalers who are actively marketing, right? You want the people who are getting leads into their desk, but they don't want to do the deals. They just want to offload them and make quick cash off of them. Okay. So networking with wholesalers is so, so powerful. And let me give you some numbers, okay? Again, marketing is, is numbers, okay? The love language of business is numbers and math, okay? And there's no more bigger, math language than here in the marketing department, okay? So let's just do something very simple. One thing that I assign my students is call one wholesaler a week. Start with that, one wholesaler a week. Remember, consistency compounds. One wholesaler becomes 4 wholesalers a month. 4 wholesalers become 12 wholesalers a quarter. And then they become 52 wholesalers over the course of a year. And that's just calling and contacting and networking with one wholesaler. Can you imagine what that does to your business? Think about it. Do you think your business would change if you called one investor wholesaler in your area or where you're targeting to buy houses? How much do you think your business would change by contacting just one, by expanding and, contacting these wholesalers? Again, consistency compounds. I'm pretty much going to guarantee you 1 to 3 deals, okay, from that campaign. Now, let's make it even more robust. So you call one wholesaler, right? One wholesaler a week. Now, let's do some great math here. What if you put that wholesaler in a 12-touch email and SMS text follow-up campaign that you have automated in your CRM? So you are touching that one wholesaler 12 times, okay, over the course of a year. So 52 investors that you're calling over the course of a year times 12 touches each. I don't have my calculator right now. I don't know if you can do that, Ian. 52 times 12, but that's a big number. Again, consistency compounds. How powerful? What's that number?
624.
624 touches, 624 opportunities for you to present yourself that you are looking to buy properties from these wholesalers. Do you think 624 touches is powerful? The answer is yes. Okay. Put hashtag yes if you think that that's a powerful technique. And again, it's not, hey, call a wholesaler. It's no, call a wholesaler every week. Again, let's keep, piling up on that. What if you called 3 to 5 wholesalers a week? I know, I'm sure your brain just got blown, right? It's mind blowing how much that can compound over the course of the year. That's thousands of touches from people who are actively marketing and staying in front of them using networking, but also you have one foot in networking and the other foot in your CRM and automated emails, right? Follow-up sequence with your email and CRM. All right. So that's strategy number 1. All right. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is, join new groups. Put yourself out there, okay? There's nothing better than the synergy of going to live events and networking in person, right? It's just such a different vibe. It's such a different way to network. It's just such a different way. And putting yourself out there, getting out of your comfort zone is so important when you are, especially when you're growing. You're going to have seasons of networking, right? In the beginning, you're going to kind of hustle, right? You're going to be hustling. You're going to be going to all the events. You're going to be joining new groups. You're going to be getting to know the people in the groups, and also people are starting to get to know you, okay? How you grow within the groups is by, number 1, getting out of your comfort zone and getting to know your fellow investors, number 1. Number 2, another strategy is by you bringing your experiences to these groups. If you're doing deals, get up and present what your case study. Get up and present that you're looking for a deal, right? So not only should you be going to these events, but if you actually are experiencing deals, ask to be on a panel, to speak, to give a case study. Put yourself out there in terms of starting to be kind of like an expert in the area, because not only are you going to be asking for properties, right? We buy houses, I'm looking for X amount of properties, but also people are going to start to get to know you and want to network with you and bring you. You're the wholesaler, right? That people want to go to. So it's kind of like a double way to network, and joining new groups will catapult you and get you out of that comfort zone. And again, write this down. Proximity is power. So the more you get in proximity to powerful people, and that's, in person mostly, the more, even online groups, okay? I'm not pigeonholing but live events are just a different energy. Proximity is power. The more you get yourself out of the comfort zone to go to these live events, you never know who you're going to meet at these live events that will change your life. Do you know how many live events I've been to where I have heard something, I have implemented something from what I heard, I have met someone that has literally scaled, catapulted, or changed my business in one small, medium, or big way. I can't stress enough. Who is it? Oh, I forgot her name. Jenna Gottlieb. What is her name? Jessica. I forgot her name. There's a really big digital marketer. And what she stresses when it comes to networking, which I love, is gamifying networking. And what that means is you kind of make it a game. If you're like an introvert or you're starting out, you don't feel comfortable, kind of like when you go to these network or you hide in the bathroom, right? Or under the stairs, whatever it is, you go and you kind of make it a game. So for example, you could say, hey, listen, my game goal, whatever you want to call it, is I'm going to talk to three investors that I find interesting at this meeting. Okay. I'm going to get 10 business cards. Okay. And I am going to tell two people that I'm looking to raise private money. So you can start create goals and gamify networking, which will make you kind of get out of your shell. And a lot of investors are competitive by nature. So if you kind of make it a game, it's going to give you that fire under your seat to actually get out there and do it, right? Another big networking event, networking is just setting up meetings as well. So not only calling wholesalers, but also setting up important meetings with key people in your industry. Okay. It doesn't always have to be investors. It can be attorneys, mortgage brokers, town officials, whatever it is. Start getting to know industry people and start setting up meetings in their conference rooms for coffee, whatever it is, and get in front of, people, key people. I call them key people in your industry that can move the needle in your business. Again, proximity is power. That's the whole point of networking. You're trying to get in proximity to people that will change your business, generate leads for you, generate, money for you, help you sell your property, or give you good contractor referrals. Okay. Or just give you some amazing idea, again, that you can implement in your business that will help you go over a speed bump. I can't even tell you how many times I have like a small or big business issue. I'll go to these networking events and I'll say, hey, listen, have you noticed recently, like, what are you doing about your CRM? Like, what CRM are you using? The person you could be talking to could easily say something like, oh my gosh, are you not using Velocity? You need to check out Velocity. And you're like, I haven't heard of Velocity. Okay, let me give you Bob's number or whatever it is, right? So you're giving, you're getting some kind of referral or idea that you otherwise wouldn't have known if you were, just sitting behind your desk trying to figure it out yourself. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of end there. Those are 3 awesome strategies for you to start networking. I can't stress enough how important it is to put yourself out there, and that the consistency will compound with networking. And remember, I said there's seasons to networking. When you start off hustling, what's going to happen is you're going to start off being the newbie in your new season of, networking. Then the years will go by. You're going to be doing your deals. Hopefully you'll still be networking. People will then get to know you and like you and trust you, right? As, somebody in the industry who's been doing it for a while. And then something magical happens where you're kind of getting very seasoned. You are the expert in your industry. Everyone kind of knows you in this very small community, and deals just come your way. Like I won't even go to networking events and people still call me from like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago that I met. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. One of the biggest deals that we did this year this is a crazy story. We had something listed. It was like a motivated seller that came to us that we ultimately ended up listing. This was like 2-3 years ago. And because there was a conflict of interest, we didn't end up buying it, right? Even though it was a killer deal. So we gave it to another agent investor. That agent investor went on to make, I think it was like $200,000 off that deal. Okay. Fast forward 2 years, my partner and I are minding our own business. We get a call from this agent. He said, "Hey, I owe you one." And he gave us a nice little condo on a silver platter, and we ended up making, I think it was right under 6 figures on it. But it was what we call a fluff and buff deal. Within 3 months, we fixed it up. We bought it, we fixed it up really quickly, and we sold it within 3 months. And it was a killer deal. And that was because we had networked. We did this guy a favor. And then 2 years later, he didn't forget it. Okay. He paid it forward. He said, "I got your back. I owe you one." Okay. And that's the power of networking as a seasoned investor over time. These things tend to happen. Okay. And we had forgotten about this guy. I mean, I'm sure he was a story here and there. "Oh, remember we gave up that deal. Oh, we couldn't do that deal. He made 200K, right?" We would talk about it here and there, but we had forgotten about him. And then he came back, which is great. So anyways, so that's it for networking. I'm going to kind of keep it really tight, because I think those are 3 amazing strategies that you can start off with and really build your real estate business.
You know, one thing I like to do is set a goal for my networking. As an introvert, I might look extroverted on here, and that's my extroverted side. But like when I go to a networking event, I'm massively introverted, especially if I don't know anybody. And I learned that I've got to go to networking events, and I just have to set a goal. Like I've got a goal. I'm not going to talk to everybody because I don't need to talk to everybody. I'm looking for something certain. So first couple people I talk to, I'm letting them know I'm looking for this. Do you know who would have that, or can you point me in the right direction? And then inevitably I find the person that I need to talk to. And then the other thing is, like, if you don't like networking at other people's events, then start your own event. Like I did the same thing. I just said, I'm just so tired of going to local RIAs. I'm just going to start my own multifamily meetup. And I did it on meetup.com. We had like 10 people show up every week. It was great.
Absolutely. And you know what? Some people think they need a huge following, but it's
No.
not about quantity. It's about the quality of people that raise their hand in these groups and want to be there. So I would rather have less quality people that I can work with and network with than a ton of people that aren't really bringing anything to the table. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly. Well, this one's short and sweet. This is now week 4.
Yeah.
No, week 5. I think we're starting week 5.
Overall,
Yeah.
I think it's week 5. Yeah.
We are starting week 5. So
yeah,
this has been awesome. We've gotten a lot of traction, a lot of engagement. Certainly appreciate all your time and energy that you put into this. And I know that the audience is learning. We're only evolving and getting this thing better and better. And over the next 30 days, the group, you will see things massively evolve. We have a membership program coming up. We have other trainings coming up. We have masterminds coming up, small groups. Stay tuned for that.
Amazing. I mean, thank you again, Ian. This is amazing. I mean, just what Flip Trader and you are bringing to the real estate investor community is just kind of priceless. Even these strategies I'm teaching, people pay me a lot of money to tell them these strategies. You know what I mean? So write this down, implement these strategies because they work. And, Ian and Flip Trader are committed to bringing you the best in the industry. Remember, proximity is power.
Yeah.
This is it. This is what we're talking about. Ian and Flip Trader have a standard of what they want educating you. Okay. Yep. So, this is just prime example of that. So
it definitely is. I think we've kept our standards really high, consistent. We've been consistent on our activity, on our content, and it's starting to gain some real traction. So thank you again. And I don't know, that's it for Monday. I'm used to this thing going a lot longer. Just
next week's online. Next week is online. So everyone should be excited about that. Online is next week. So
implement. That's the key here. You've got to take action. You have to take action. You can't just come and suck in information and not do anything. You have to process it and put it into some kind of actionable. And if you need help with, okay, Marina, that was great. I think I want to do these 2. Now, how do I do it? Then that's where Marina comes in and helps you in addition to these kind of things. So just reach out to her. I'm going to drop a link in the group for some free stuff from Marina. Download it, go to town, and ask Marina for help. That's
awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving
absolutely.
to everybody. Yes.
Thanks, Marina.